These are images of installation exhibition Nesting of artist VTC10 in Hanoi. These works are inspired by the shape and texture of the beehive, showing the beauty of harmony between shapes and materials. She has applied technology in her works to create movings, exploiting the diversity of these changes on the surface of the material. Installation art is a visual art form which is arranged freely on the wall, on the floor, or outdoors to create an art space under the artist's intentions. Installation art is not just for painter, but also the common language of the freelance artist. Appearing in Vietnam since the 90s, installation art has showed signs of strong development in recent years. Belle Shafir, Israeli artist who had exhibited her painting and installation art at the museum around the world such as Germany, the US, Spain and Italy, realizing the development of installation art in Vietnam, she has come here to work together with Vietnamese artists. Let's follow Belle Shafir's story after the first experience in Vietnam and her feeling on the development of Vietnam's installation art in our program today.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 NETVIET. I'm Nghệ. Vietnam is always an attractive destination for the international artists to come and find a new inspiration. And in our program today, we have a talk to Mrs. Belle Shafir, a multimedia artist from Israel, and she will share more about her new projects in Hanoi, as well as her feelings toward Vietnamese artists' artworks. Thank you, Ms. Belle Shafir, for joining our program today. Well, first of all, I would say that you got a kind of very strange and unique style. So can you share more about your style?
I don't know, it's just like I feel, it's just like I do. It's just like I pick up every day my clothes, my things. It's something very natural for me.
Right, so I know that this is your first time to Vietnam, especially in Hanoi, capital city. So what are your first impressions toward this country?
In the beginning of May, I came to Hanoi, Vietnam, my first time. I was very curious about the lifestyle, the people, which was very interesting because I met very nice people, very friendly people, colorful spaces, temples. I went to a museum. I went just around, the street and to see the food, everything what I just could do in between 2 weeks, which is short.
So I just wonder, why did you choose Vietnam to be your next destination? Are you finding a new inspiration in an Asian country?
It's something that it's very unique actually, and I like to show it more and more countries and artists and people. And I know that it takes always time, to bring the experience from other countries to my work. But what I actually find out, it was like a lightning for me the last week, that the more I go to abroad to see other cultures, countries, I get more and more to myself. And this is actually what's happened here, so it's very interesting.
Okay, so I know that you have various exhibitions in many countries around the world. How would this trip to Vietnam enhance your art experiences?
It's the same actually like in every other countries. It has to settle down, all the ideas and even the language. I do not understand anything about the language, but I can hear, I can feel. I don't know anything about what the people speaking about, but my ear has to be very sensitive to get the language. I already bought a lot of material in Hanoi. This is one of my things, what I'm always searching when I'm in another country. I'm looking for material. Okay, material is something that it's like the first love. If I see something, I have to get it, and then I take it in my studio, and one day it's just coming out, and it will be an artwork.
Recently, the multimedia exhibition Whisper of Memory of Belle Shafir was held with the support of Israeli Embassy in Vietnam and Nyasan Collective in Hanoi. The exhibition is a combination of painting and installation art. She uses many materials such as horse hairs or wax paper. In particular, she also uses motion pictures and sound effect to create excitement for the viewers. The work aims to recreate the childhood memory of Belle Shafir.
Triển lãm ký ức thầm thì lần này của nghệ sĩ Belle Shafir có thể coi như là cái triển lãm cá nhân đầu tiên của một nghệ sĩ Israel trong cái quang cảnh về nghệ thuật đương đại tại Việt Nam, và đây cũng là một trong những cái lý do mà tụi mình đã quyết định lựa chọn cũng như là mời nghệ sĩ Belle Shafir sang nhà sản Collective để tổ chức cái triển lãm này. Có một cái sự đối chiếu cũng như là một cái mối tương quan giữa các tác phẩm của nghệ sĩ Belle Shafir và các tác phẩm của các nghệ sĩ địa phương mà bản thân là các nghệ sĩ ở nhà sản Collective, đó là cùng nhau nhìn về cái chủ đề về ký ức, về quá khứ.
It's very important to bring different kinds of arts from Israel to Vietnam, to introduce it to Vietnamese audience so they can relate better to Israel, to our culture, to our arts, because artists, they reflect society, they reflect their personal, of course, interest, but also many times they reflect society. And I thought it would be a good connection between Vietnamese people and Vietnamese art community to the community in Israel.
Previously, there was a Vietnamese artist, Mr. Lê Huy Hoàng, made an installation brain with a similar layout to Belle's work. He has shown cabbage germinations at the exhibition. The ceiling was covered by 1,000 of needle. It can be seen that holding the arts exhibition is also a way to connect the Vietnamese and international artists. Despite the long distance, they still have the same artistic ideas with kindred souls.
Các cái tác phẩm của nghệ sĩ Belle Shafir thì làm bằng rất là nhiều những cái phương tiện khác nhau, ví dụ như là các cái tranh vẽ ở trên giấy nến hoặc là sử dụng nông ngựa đan. Thì bản thân các nghệ sĩ ở bên trong nhà sản Collective thì bọn mình đã cảm thấy rất là thú vị khi mà có một nghệ sĩ ở trong nhà sản Collective đã từng thực hiện một cái sắp đặt cũng treo những cái đá treo kim, nhưng mà khi mà cái hiệu ứng về thị giác nó rất là giống. Việc mà nghệ sĩ Belle Shafir làm triển lãm ở đây nó cũng là một cái sự trao đổi về mặt cái thực hành về thị giác, cũng như là cái sự trao đổi về cách mà tiếp cận thị giác về một số những cái chủ đề nói chung.
Installation art is a synthetic art form. To perceive the significance of the work, the viewers must carefully dig in, listen to the sounds, touch the artifacts, feel the taste of the space. These events will help the Vietnamese artists and audience to experience a new form of installation while facilitating international artists to explore art space in Vietnam.
Coming back to our talk today, but recently I know that you have held an exhibition, Whisper of Memories, in Hanoi. And this is such a kind of very unique installation of hair horse combining with the pictures. So why did you decide to present these artworks to Vietnamese audiences?
For me, it's not the first time that I'm presenting these works. It's many times and in different countries. I was accepted from Nyasan Collective to show this work, and I am very pleased about this, to show this whisper of memory, also the videos. I think it is very important to show more and more artworks and contemporary art works here in these spaces, in this art space.
So how did you cooperate and work with the Vietnamese artists and staff to complete this kind of outstanding artworks? What do you think about their working style?
It was a pleasure. It was a great pleasure to work with the team. It was a pleasure to work and to see works of artists. So I just can say thank you. The most of the time I'm in Europe, I'm in New York or places like this, but in Asian, I have been in several Asian countries, but it's always something very special. I think they are very interesting, very, very interesting. I think it's very important for artists to believe in themselves, and also to feeling themselves, and not to be shy to show it to the public, or that's what I think.
Right. So can you talk more about the artworks, especially the visual arts and installation arts of the Vietnamese artists? What do you think about that?
What I saw, it's actually just in the internet. I think it's very interesting. I think they are very meaningful and truthfully. I mean, it's for me, it's a kind of new generation which are coming up, and there are few very international Vietnamese artists already in the world. So it's just amazing what happened with Vietnamese artists.
What are your recommendations for the Vietnamese artists to have a good preparation for the exhibition of installation arts?
I think there is no rules about this, you know. What I said before, it's very important that the artists are very close to themselves and really show the truth of art that they are doing.
So what is your next plan in Vietnam? Are you planning to come back to Vietnam if you got a chance?
I would be very happy if I could come again and to stay for 2-3 months and to feel the vibration, what's happened here in Hanoi and Vietnam. Because when we spoke about what is the experience, the ideas, I think it's a matter just of when you stay in the country, then you can, you know, start to feel what happened here. I'm starting my tour in Vietnam, so I will go and see more and more and more, and I'm looking forward to do it.
Thank you so much for sharing. And that is also the end of our program Sharing Vietnam for today. We talked to Mrs. Belle Shafir about her first experiences in Vietnam as well as her exhibition event. And these kind of events will be a good opportunity for Vietnamese and international artists to cooperate with each other and have more art exchange experiences, as well as a good point of view toward the installation arts. For comments and feedbacks, please send it to sharingvietnam@netviet.net. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.